Right, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakudash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule impeccably well. And Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing his truth throughout the whole world in sincerity, man. Right, we are the Hebrew Israelites, you know, the spoken of in the Bible, the Holy Bible, which is the 1611 King James Version, man. You know, the purest form that you're going to find translated in the English language. Now, we come out here every single week, week in and week out, to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, man. Right. That's headed by the so-called white man, right? Who are the biblical Edomites spoken of in the Bible, man, right? Now, let's start with the first scripture, brother. Sure.
Right, this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Right, so the scriptures say, behold, speak the words of prophecy, man, unto the people of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Now, who are those people? If you pan down to the sign, that comprises of you Negroes, you Hispanics, and you Native Americans, man, and any other person that goes back onto these people for the line of your father, right? Because your line, your seed goes back to your father, man, and not your mother, contrary to popular belief, all right? Carry on, bro.
It says, which I will put in thy mouth.
So these words have been put into our mouth, man. These words of prophecy, man. So that's what we're coming to spew onto our people. Why? Because we're in the time of judgment, man. We're in the time when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to bring great wrath and destruction upon this world, man, for the enslavement of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. And the Lord is going to come back and redeem which was lost, man. Right? Carry on, bro.
Precept. Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Show my people their transgressions and the house of Jacob their sins.
It says, cry aloud and spare not, man. So that's why we in authoritative manner, we exalt our voices, man. It's a commandment from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to do so, man. Because what we're doing, we're sounding an alarm, man. We're blowing the trumpet because great danger is coming upon the earth, man. And great danger especially is coming to our people that are not sealed, man. Right? That don't want to hear this gospel. Right? Great danger is coming. Jacob's trouble is upon us, man, right? Things are going to start dramatically changing out here, man. The world affairs and the climate is coming to a real hot boiling point, man, right? You got the wars, you got the rumors of wars, you got Russia advancing their nuclear capabilities. Things are moving at a fast pace, man, because the Lord is speeding up time.
Yeah, well, because we had it in in the news and RT. What Putin was saying that they got nuclear capabilities better than anyone now.
Yeah.
So that's that fight talk, man. That's that rumors of wars being stirred up, man.
And what did he say? He said this is in an effort to bring peace upon the world, man. He actually said that, right?
Well, he had the thing with the nuclear weapons. You said Russia's nuclear weapons are the most advanced now because America spent all their money on aircraft carriers, and every other, and basically they got their army spread out. So the Russians are looking at it like, okay, here's our territory. We've got America along all of our borders, Poland, Latvia, Lithuania, all of that. How are we going to counter that? They're going to have it to where they're either going to have 10 aircraft carriers, but they don't have the petrol dollar. So how are you going to beat that? You're going to have to invest money in something that you can't afford, but it's on the same level, which is them nuclear weapons. Also, too, their stance on nuclear, or their nuclear response, they said if there was going to be attacked by America with nuclear weapons, this was on RT, they said they was going to attack back with nuclear weapons. So what you're going to have is a what? You're going to have a conflict via nuclear weapons. A nuclear world war.
Which is prophecy.
And they also said that the new ICBM they have is interceptable, man. You can't intercept this missile, right? So, uninterceptable, uninterceptable, man. Right? You know what that means?
You don't want an interceptable missile.
Hey, man, so that's great power that the Lord has bestowed upon Russia, man, to have that, man. Because why? It all leads into prophecy. Because America is going to be destroyed by Russia, China, Iran, and all the other nations, man. So that's all given towards the prophecy that's spoken of in the scriptures.
Because they are also Edomites. The Russians are Edomites. So they got the blessing of the sword too. So they just don't have the petrol dollar. The same thing existed when you had it to where you had the Greeks on the scenes and they all fight. They had infighting and so on and so forth. Okay, one side had the upper hand, but they were both blessed with the sword. So you got the same thing now. America's got the petrol dollar. They got the dominance. But remember what the scripture says. It says they had a mouth like a lion and the feet was like the bear. The defeat was what? The Russian bear.
Yeah.
Which is the, you know, what's the defeat? That's the end of a thing. So what's going to be the end of this society? The Russian bear.
That's right.
And the Russians ain't going to rule for a period of time.
Yeah.
A house divided up against itself is not going to stand.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Luke chapter 11, verse 18. If Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand?
God. Hey, so Yahweh Shem Shai has actually turned Esau's own sword against him, man. It's going to thrust through his own belly, right? That's how the Lord has set it up. And there's Job 5:20 as well. If you can get that, Brother Kishar. Hey, man, because, hey, things are speeding up, man. As you can see, the Lord is going to use the nuclear weapons that he's given the so-called white man against himself, and he's going to destroy himself with them own nuclear capabilities, man. Right? Which is a beautiful thing, man. That's the power of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You know?
Job 5:20.
Alright, listen.
There we go. Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty.
He disappointed the devices of the crafty, man. Because Esau thinks, I got all this nuclear capability, I got all this technology, but what's going to happen with that, man? The Lord is going to use it against himself, so he's going to disappoint the devices of the crafty, man, because they're not going to be able to use it. But it's going to say,
so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
So that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Now, what's their enterprise, man? The enterprise is really introducing this RFID chip, chipping the people, gaining full control, man.
The whole New World Order.
The whole New World Order.
That's the enterprise.
That's part of the whole enterprise and the whole plans of the so-called white man. World depopulation, man. That's also a plan of the so-called white man. But the Lord is going to disappoint all of that, man. Well, depopulation will come through Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right, because the scripture says that what? The wicked are taken in their own craftiness. Now they're trying to craft out their so-called New World Order, right? But really what they're going to find out is they've been crafting out the New World Order of the Israelites.
Right.
That's what they're going to find out. Because when you're talking about population, depopulation, well, the scriptures talk about the depopulation of the world. It said if the wicked be increased, it's for the day of evil. You're talking about killing off like a whole heap of Jakes during martial law. The scripture says that 2/3 was going to be cut off and die.
That's it.
So that's prophecy. So what's going to happen is, as they're like, yeah, we got the New World Order coming, then that whole, you know, you're going to lose a grip on that power. Let's say you're you're digging a hole right into the ground. And you're thinking, yeah, I'm about to reach the bottom of the well, and the whole thing comes crashing over down on you. That's what's going to happen to Esau.
Hey, the scriptures also say if his children be multiplied, they be multiplied for the sword.
For the sword, that's right.
You know?
Got a quick one. This is Job chapter 20, verse, I can start from 5. From 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he?
Hey, break it down.
Hey man, hey, and that's, hey, like the brother was talking about the counsel of the froward being casted headlong. Alright? Because the scriptures goes on to say, if I may add on to it, down into verse 22, this is the point I wanted to get to. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
Right when he's about to fulfill that, like right there when you're about to eat that cake,
that's it.
That's when the wrath is going to come upon you.
Tumbling down.
I think he's going to say that when he's about to fill his belly.
It says, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Who's every hand of the wicked?
That's it.
It's the heathen nations, the hand of the wicked. Every hand of the wicked is going to be upon him. All of them heathen nations is going to be up against him. The scripture says within Obadiah, they that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. Right? All of the men of that confederacy have deceived thee. Meaning to say what? You got treaties with Turkey. What did Turkey do? Turkey said, hold on a minute, we're losing money underneath this dollar system. Let's go out there to the Russians where it's mutually beneficial. Mutually beneficial meaning what? Something that benefits everybody gains. When you're working with the Americans, you ain't gaining. You might get a little piece. But you ain't gaining like that. And that's the whole sentiment of the whole world. That's what the scripture says within Isaiah the 14th chapter, thou art greatly despised.
Right. Hey, because America ruled the nations in wrath, man. So you know you have those Italian mafias, they would actually force you to pay them for protection. you didn't necessarily need their protection, but you were scared of them.
Yep.
So they'll still make people pay them for that protection. But really, they're going to turn back and say, no, fuck them. I don't need them no more, man. We got Russia now. We're going to be under Russia because we eating with Russia, man. We eating with China. We eating with Iran, man.
Yep.
It don't make sense to eat under Babylon no more because they're going to double cross us anyway, man.
That's right.
Right? So that's what's going to happen. America is losing the trust of all nations, man. And they're going to all fire against America, man, in their anger. It's all prophecy. You can see the Lord is spewing out all of this prophecy, man, and making these things come to pass, man. He's making all these nations bitter against Babylon. So they're going to take a proverb against Babylon and destroy him, man.
Precept. This is Habakkuk 2 and 4. It says, behold, his soul which is in him is lifted up and is not right, but the just shall live by faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is also a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desires as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gathereth unto himself all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
That's right, and that's what America has done. All nations are in America, man. If you go into America, you're going to see all types of people, man. Right? And it says there, he's as deaf as well, man. This guy can't be stopped, man. Everything he's done is pertaining onto death, man. It's pertaining onto minus in life, man, from the earth. I saw an article this morning that was talking about we should expect more people are going to die within the next 2 years, man. And they're already making arrangements for what they're going to do for the world population going down even more, man. Right? They're already making these predictions, man. Right? And that also goes back to the Georgia Guidestones too, man. The Georgia Guidestones talks about the depopulation of the people, man, and how much people they want. I think it's under
500 million.
500 million. That's a very small number, man. The world can hold billions of people. They want to bring it down to 500 million. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, pretty much. When you do the numbers of what you find out is, so if you got like I think Australia's got like 3 million kilometers of space, and there's pretty much like, which is about 7 million, which is about 7 billion meters, right, in Australia. So everybody could have about 1 meter. Everybody in Australia, that's 1 meter, but that's like one dimensional. It's not really that much space, but that's just Australia. You add America to that, you add Africa to that.
That's it.
You're chilling. You know what I mean? You need space to grow crops, okay, but the scripture says that what, you can build 3 stories high, right? So the minute you're building 3 stories high and you factor in that most people live in 4s because they're families and shit, that means to say you might need 5 square meters per person, but you build 3 stories, what's 5 times 3? That's 15 meters, right? And you're living in, you're good. So how much space do you really have on the earth? Loads, man. And as a person that travels to and fro up and down England, man, there's nobody in England. There's no people in England. There's no one in England. It's mostly greenery.
Hey, especially you see that, especially when you drive on the motorway.
That's
man.
right.
All of those places are uninhabited. You'll see like one Edomite that lives out there every 20 miles, man. One Edomite here, one Edomite there.
Well, if you're on the motorway, what's the maximum speed on the motorway?
70.
Okay, so how many miles do you do in a minute? 1 mile. Just over 1 mile. If you're doing max speed, right, a mile a minute, 60 miles an hour is a mile a minute. So every minute, if you're seeing green, right, all around you, how many miles are you covering of just greenery just around you? How many miles is that? I know I've been on the train for like 20 minutes, you haven't seen like even a bird or some shit, man.
Yeah, for real, man.
You haven't seen a fence, you haven't seen a goat, you haven't seen a sheep, you haven't seen nothing, you haven't seen no, like they'll say it's farmland, you haven't seen nothing growing all year round. The same trip, the same journey, 20 minutes roundabout, so that's 20 miles of just uninhabited space. So that whole thing about overpopulation, that's a farce, man.
Bullshit, man. Yeah, here is overpopulated because they cramped everyone into the city, man.
Well, that's what the guy was saying that made the documentary. He said it's not overpopulation, it's mismanagement of resources.
Right.
Yeah, because there's plenty of space.
No, it goes into that heap of unto him all people, man. Alright, he's just a fucking, this guy's a madman. He's got so much green out here in London, Cambridge and all of that, down out in Hull. You know what I mean? There's so much green. But everyone wants to huddle to where what? The metropolis. They want to come to the city. Why? Because they want to live that good job life.
What they want to do is, if it's a mismanagement of funds, that means to say you got a handful of guys that got money.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go to them handful of bosses to get the money,
That's
right?
it.
So how are you gonna have it to where you're living in Cambridge and you're gonna get the money from the guys that are living, because the Rothschilds live in London, right? Is it the Rothschilds? The Rothschilds are the English banner of the Illuminati, right? So the Rothschilds are out here. They're the guys with the money. You're gonna go to them for money. If it's Barclays, where's Barclays getting their money from? They're getting it from the Rothschilds. So if Barclays is over here, where is the H&M that's going to borrow from Barclays going to be? It's going to be here. All of them shops, the commerce is going to be here.
That's right.
Because it's mismanaged.
Right.
They said like 1% of people within the world had like 90% of the people's wealth last year. 1%. So where's the rest of the 90% of people gonna go? They're gonna go to the 1% to get some crumbs.
That's it.
And leave all of them areas out there like Cambridge, and it's not really Cambridge, it's Cambridgeshire.
Right, yeah.
Because it's a district.
Yeah.
It's not just Cambridge, it's actually the district. Like York is a place, but then Yorkshire is a district. It's a district.
Right.
It's a big place. Greenery. But there's no money there. Mismanagement, man.
I'm gonna preach it. It's Psalm 73, verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
Hey, the prosperity of the wicked. So who's prospering in this kingdom, man? Because it's showing you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans as a collective, man. Right? The so-called Jews are prospering, man. The so-called white man in general is prospering. I'm not talking about, your average guy that you see walking on Oxford Street, man. Right? I'm talking about the elites, man. Them as a people, they're prospering, man. Our people are not prospering. We enslaved as a people, and we don't even know it. Right? Carry on, bro.
It says, verse 4, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. And they are not in trouble as other men.
They are not in trouble as other men, man. They don't go through what Jake go through, man. They're living a whole different type of lifestyle that you don't even get to see. You barely see that lifestyle on TV, man. Right? You don't know how they're eating, how they're living, what they're doing. They're taking a plane just to go and have a cup of coffee, man. Right? Just to get suntan. Right? Jake ain't living that lifestyle, man. Jake can't afford to live that lifestyle. Jake will front like they can live that lifestyle. Right? But a Gucci belt ain't a lifestyle, man. A Gucci belt is a Gucci belt.
Whoa, out there you got John Lewis over there, right? Over there, you can pan the camera to it. Out there in John Lewis, you got certain Edomites that go out there and they buy a mattress for £18,000. One mattress. That's not the bed frame. That's not the bed included. That's one mattress. Tell me one Jake that lives like that. I mean, what's on the damn mattress?
Hey, that's the spirit.
Is there a mattress made of money?
I saw a clip on YouTube. They were talking about this mattress that was made out of horsehair. And I think it was worth thousands, like 10 grand or something like that.
I used to date a boy. She had a mattress that was made out of horsehair.
Right.
I said, what's this?
Yeah, brother, you went off, man. You should have kept that one around.
Well, that was back. I tried.
You could have helped brothers out there, The Lord said, wearing that style loved us.
Hey, hey, we in hell, man. Esau's got everything, man. Yacht trips everywhere, private jets. Cows getting, a flute played to them, getting massaged.
Oh,
But they're getting that good beef, man.
Some dogs have a better life than you, Jake, out there, man. And that's real talk, man. We ain't even being funny. That's the truth, man. There's some dogs that actually enjoy a better life than you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Well, them dogs are Mr. Edomites. They get manicures, pedicures. They get groomed, man. They get groomed. That shit's not expensive. That's not cheap. Sorry.
It ain't cheap.
It ain't cheap, man.
No.
I'll go a quick precept. This is Isaiah 14 and 4. It says, thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how has the oppressor ceased and the golden city ceased? The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the ruler. He who smote the people with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hinder it.
Ruled the nations in anger, man. So that's why all this is going to come back on the so-called white man, because he's done much killing and bloodshed upon the people of the world, man. Right? He's done much killing and bloodshed upon the people of the world. The thief cometh not but to steal and to kill, man. So he's got a lot to pay for. Like the scriptures say, his transgressions, his sins have mounted up to heaven. Right? So all of that is going to come tumbling down at one time, man. And the Lord is going to reap that judgment upon him at that very moment, man. Right? Because the nations are angry, man. They don't want to be under the so-called white man no more. They don't want to be under his clenched and his oppression, man. Right? But more so, the elect of the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we don't want to be under the so-called white man no more and his rulership, man. Because it's a wicked, demonic rulership, man. Right? And it presses down on your spirit. And you can't be your true self in this kingdom, man.
Yeah, you're like a mouse in this society, especially if you're a man. You're basically living your life like a mouse. Right. Because if you want to express your manliness, okay, whether it's at home, you can't beat your kids at home.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely can't beat your wife.
Hell no.
So what happens if you go home and your wife is feeding your kids pork?
Yeah.
That's an offense you're supposed to discipline, right? So you can make sure that doesn't happen. Now obviously there's extremes, and that's what Esau uses. He uses extremes to have it to where he can change, you know, society. Who say, oh, this woman got beat up to death. Man, that happens all the time. You really think that not beating your wife is going to stop that woman being abused?
Yeah, like, they'll release an article, yeah? A man comes home, he sees Jamal plowing his wife in, that puts both of them to death.
Yeah.
Then they'll put the article out there like a woman's got killed by her husband and blah, blah, blah. Then at the end of the article, she was sleeping with another man. Right? They don't even highlight that as the main thing of why she got killed.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to have sympathy for her. But hold on, he caught her, you know, carrying out the act of adultery, man.
Yeah, backing it up.
It's lucky, man. That's why the law of the Most High is righteous, man. Because both people put the death in that situation, which puts fear in everybody else not to do those things.
That's right, man.
Okay, people don't understand that. People want to do whatever the fuck they want to do. I think they can get away with it. Because Esau's way of judgment is perverse. You know, but the reason why the laws, they sound kind of harsh in the scriptures, is because it puts fear in people not to do those things, man. Right. To kill evil. That's what it is. It's to stop evil spreading.
Well, it wouldn't sound bad if people feared the Most High. If you fear the Most High, being put to death for adultery is like, well, I ain't committing adultery anyway.
That's right. They don't concern me. I ain't doing it. You know?
I got a precept. This is Psalms chapter 17, verse 8. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings from the wicked that oppress me.
Hey, the wicked that oppress me, man. Because being in this so-called white man's kingdom, you're continually oppressed, man. Your spirit